everyone, and welcome to the introduction presentation for Summer Film Camp 2022. I'm first going to start off by introducing myself. I am Samantha Bauer. I am from Arborvitae, Wisconsin. I'm a 2019 ITA Lacta Flambeau graduate. I am currently a People Scholar and a senior at UW-Madison, and I am majoring in elementary and special education. I love the outdoors. I love watching sunsets. I enjoy listening to country music and going to concerts. I am a sports enthusiast. I enjoy watching softball and volleyball, and I have a dog named Zoe. And here are some photos that just showcase who I am. I want to begin this presentation by discussing how our classroom, virtual and in person, is a brave space. If we were in person right now, I would be asking this question and providing space for you all to answer it, but since we are virtual, I'm going to move on to how I defined a brave space. So, brave space defined: a space where participants feel comfortable learning, sharing, and growing together. A brave space encourages dialogue and recognizing difference and holding each person accountable to do the work of sharing experiences and coming to new understandings. Encourages equal participation across representative identities. And then bravery is necessary instead of safety because learning necessarily involves not merely risk, but the pain of giving up a former condition in favor of a new way of seeing things. So brave space defined continued. Brave spaces are spaces where varying opinions are accepted. Learners have an option to step in and out of challenging conversations. Learners show respect for one another. And then we can create a brave space by being patient with each other and the topics we talk about, asking questions, and then actively listening to what you and others are saying. Listening well is a major key to safe space and allowing each other to feel comfortable to speak, challenging the ideas and not the person, and being accountable. So I would like all of you to think of some ways we can create a brave space. I'm going to have you navigate to this link here at this time and take some time to respond. Responses are anonymous, and we will discuss as a class some of the responses once everyone is finished and we are back in person. So you'll click this link here, and it says, please use the space below to describe some ways we can make our classroom, virtual and in person, a brave space. So you'll go to this little plus button here, and you'll type your response, and it'll be posted to this board for everyone to see, but once again, it is anonymous. So if we were in person today, at this point, we would do introductions, and we will come back to this presentation when we are in person again. But for the time being, you can think of these questions and be prepared to share out when we are back in person. But what's your preferred name? And an optional question are, what are your pronouns? What high school do you attend? What is your favorite hobby? And then I have a question of the day, as if you could only wear one color for the rest of your life, what would the color be and why? So I'm going to go over the objectives for this camp, and that is introduce you to the filmmaking process, introduce you to the different components of the filmmaking process, gain as much knowledge as possible, and produce a final film that showcases the skills that you have gained. So now I'm going to be going over the expectations for this camp. So expectations for the students is that we don't expect you to be perfect with everything you try this summer. It will take time to learn, and that is okay. Even if it seems difficult, we expect you to not give up and try your hardest. Give it your best. Make projects you are proud of. And now for the expectations for instructors. Helping you is our number one priority, and we want you to feel comfortable asking us questions when you need help. And now we're going to have a summer camp outlook. So week 1 is in person for the second half of the week. As you know, we've had to switch some things around, and we are virtual for the first half, but hopefully we'll be in person for the second half of week 1. And then week 2 is still going to be online, and you will have instruction online and work time and assignments due week 2. So now looking at the modules. The first module is Introduction to Film Camp, which this presentation is a part of. Then the second module is writing, which explains how to better write a script for a film, which you can use for your final film. Then we have directing, which explains how to direct a film and make decisions on the spot about how to produce a film that still tells the story that was written. Then there is cinematography, which explains the different camera angles, motions, and ways to better use the camera in order to produce a film that is appealing to the eye. Then there is editing, which will teach you the basics of editing in Adobe Premiere and walking you through all of the tips and tricks of editing a film. Then there is exporting, which will teach you how to properly export your films in order to have a high quality video. Then there is the at-home blitz. Then there is the final film, which will take all of the skills you have learned throughout the entire film camp and put them to use to make a final film that showcases all of your hard work and determination. So now we're going to look at the due dates for this 2-week film camp. You will have 2 weeks to complete camp. Week 1 is in person for the second part of the week, but virtual for the first part of the week. And week 2 is completely online. The at-home blitz is going to be due Thursday of the first week at 4 p.m. The final film script is going to be due Monday of the first week at 9 a.m. There's going to be a mandatory check-in meeting Wednesday of the second week, and then you're going to sign up for a 10-minute time slot. And the final film is going to be due Thursday of the second week at 11:59 p.m. And these are all hard deadlines, so please make sure you use your time wisely to get them submitted. And this is just a reminder that if you have any questions or concerns, please email us, and our emails are located right here.